What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. It's time for another Mario video to talk about. I'm genuinely surprised I haven't made a video on this game in particular. I've been wanting to make a video on this game for a very long time on its own. Because, well, a lot of people always talk about it, but I better talk about it as well, I guess, with recent events. Maybe. So today, we are going to be talking about Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. That's right, everybody. I've been wanting to make a video on this game for a long time. I've talked about my favorite 3D Mario game, Super Mario Galaxy, a lot. I've talked about my favorite Mario RPG game, Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, a lot. But I barely talked about, and even made a video on my favorite 2D Mario game. Like, I haven't even made a video on it, which is surprising. That's right, this is my favorite 2D Mario game. And why is that the case? Time to find out. Alright, let's talk about the story I had with this game, because basically, this was my first SNES game growing up as a kid. I never owned a SNES in my life, by the way. I'm not that old, so don't take... I had this game basically on the Nintendo Wii, based on the Wii shop. Rest in peace, my beloved. And I played Super Mario World on it, and I can say, while I didn't get super far, and it took me a while to get used to the controls, the fact that I always see this game online, I've always wanted to play it, and I saw it on the shop, and, well, I did what I did. I told my parents I wanted to get a game. They were nice to me, thankfully, and yeah, I got the game, and I can easily say it took a while to get used to, honestly, and when the more time passes, I've started to get more used to this game now, knowing everything about this game, and why I replay this game at least once a year at this point. Super Mario World is that 2D Mario game for me, honestly. And when you're talking about SNES games, you can't mention SNES without the one that's basically started it all. It was basically a launch title, the way to start off the SNES, and it really paid off as one of the most popular Mario games of all time, honestly. So yeah, when talking about 2D Mario games, a lot of takes you see online are which ones are the best ones. You see either this, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, or sometimes Super Mario Bros. 3 as considerably the best 2D Mario games, honestly. And, well, I can see Wonder as a modern case. I think nothing comes close to me than Super Mario World, honestly. It may be an older game, but surprisingly, it's one of the older games that has aged surprisingly well, in my opinion. I've replayed this game so many times, I never get bored of it, honestly. So yeah, I just really love Super Mario World, and yeah, I just got more to say. So yeah, the story of this game is, well, I mean, there's not much I can say really about story. Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser. Go save Peach from the enemies. In a new place, not the Mushroom Kingdom, but more so Dinosaur Land, which gives us the introduction of Yoshi, everybody's favorite green dinosaur. Yoshi basically eats enemies. You can also spin them out for different variations of... There's different color Yoshis you'll get throughout the game, of course. You get the green Yoshi, of course, which is the normal one, which does anything. Depending on the color shell you get, is the ability Yoshi's gonna do. Like pound the ground a little bit. You can shoot fire. You can even fly with blue wings. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And sometimes you're gonna have to do the... Oh, man, the comical... ditching Yoshi off a pit to get some secrets. Yeah. Every time I see this online, it's like, damn, I don't want to do this to poor old Yoshi. It's like, why do this to Yoshi? And it's really saying something about the impact of this game, honestly, because when you look online, I don't want to mention, like, parodies or anything on my channel, because, yeah, it ain't surprising. A lot of old Mario games are always popular for these parodies or any fan animations. I'll admit I have nostalgia for some of them, and some of them give me like, why the hell did I watch this, basically? So, I just wanted to mention that. I don't really want to talk parodies much on the channel, so, yeah. So, anyway, but yeah, the gameplay, I mean, if you play 2D Mario, it's basically like running, jumping, you can spin jump, get some abilities, get some power-ups. You got the Fire Flower, of course, which is the iconic one we've seen for a while, and a new power-up introduced to the game is the Cape, which is honestly one of my favorite power-ups. It may be tricky to use, but basically you're flying. If you get the pattern down, if you get the timing right of it by holding back your control stick to like gain extra height, you will basically fly forever, basically. You can basically fly through most of the level with the Cape. Not all of them, because there are some things that block, but it's really funny you can just do that, honestly. So, yeah, I really love the Cape. It's one of my all-time favorite power-ups, honestly. And, it's seriously, like, one of the best looking Mario games. Like, I love the style of it. Like, I guess I'll throw my little confession here, and probably a lame confession here that I know some people are not gonna like me for this, to be honest, and knowing how I am with, because you know how much I love talking about Mario, but when it comes to 2D Mario, I kinda don't care for most of them. Yeah, I'm genuinely serious. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Mario Wonder and this game, and I do like some new Super Mario Bros. Games, some of them at least, not all of them. But I just don't have a personal attachment to most of them. That's like the one Mario series. Like, I love 3D Mario. A lot of the 3D Mario games I always adore. Even 3D Land, as much as I want to talk about that game eventually, I still give that game at least a 7, 8 out of 10 at bare minimum. Yeah, I don't hate Mario 64 Sunshine, by the way. But 2D Mario, I don't know. There's just something about 2D Mario that just doesn't appeal to me as much. Maybe it's because I just play so many other platformer series 2D games that are I just prefer a little more, honestly. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I just never got into 2D Mario as much as like others. But still, Super Mario World might be the exception, honestly, in my opinion. Like, and Mario Wonder, of course, and I can see why people would like Mario 3 more, but I've always liked Super Mario World the most. So, yeah, I just want to throw out that little confession when talking about Mario, really. So, yeah, a little bit of a hot take-ish, but yeah. Anyway, but the reason why I love this game so much is how much you can explore into this game. Like, it is a linear game, but a lot of the levels have secret exits. This was kind of the introduction, sort of, in the mainline games with secret exits. Basically, there's another exit you gotta find in a level. When that level dot is red, like, you see levels that are colored yellow, it's just one exit, but then if you see one that's red, there's usually 2 exits. So you gotta look around the level and see where you find them. And I honestly love that, honestly. You can explore around the levels and find some neat secrets and some extra lives. Each level also has has 5 dragon coins. If you get 5 of them, you get 1-ups. They're not required to 100% the game, at least in this version, but it's cool if you want the extra lives. We'll talk about the other versions of Super Mario World later. But, yeah, I love the style, I love the charming music. Most of the songs, especially the main themes, a lot of songs in this game get remixed a lot, which happens a lot in Mario games. Like, you hear a lot of remixes in other Mario games, lots of variations of them, and man, anytime I hear them, I always feel with joy, because that's just how much I love Super Mario World, honestly. So, yeah, it's just such a charming game, and this game also, like, again, it's just such a, the style of it, the art style, it was such a great choice for, the SNES. For the SNES launch title. Now, I will be saying this coming from how do I make this about Donkey Kong, because yes, I do prefer the Donkey Kong Country games probably more than this game, but I will still say Super Mario World is almost as good as them, in my opinion. So, yeah, I just, like, if I was comparing Donkey Kong Country 2 to Super Mario World, it's basically me comparing a 10 out of 10 game to almost a 10 out of 10 game. So, yeah, that's just how it is, in my opinion. So, yeah. I praise a lot about this game, but don't think I think it's perfect by any means, because while there is some things I'm not a fan of with this game, while really it's more of nitpicks and more of a thing that's been common in Mario games, auto-scrolling levels, I'm not a big fan of them. They do feel a lot slower and not really my most cup of tea compared to other levels. I mean, that's common. That's a common thing with Mario games. No one likes the auto-scrollers, really. And then the bosses are, I'll admit, growing up with them, they felt really difficult. But the fact that I played this game so many times, the bosses are definitely a joke here. And because it's also the Koopalings are here. This was kind of at the time when the Koopalings were new, so I can at least respect it here compared to how people feel about Koopalings in the modern era. So, yeah, honestly, I think the bosses are fine. For a SNES game, it works perfectly fine. I don't have bosses as my highlight of 2D Mario anyway. This is not speaking of a certain other 2D Mario game that has the same issue. But, yeah, I just really love this game, and I love the tricks. And the final boss goes hard as one of the top favorite Bowser fights, in my opinion. The music goes hard, and, oh my god. Yeah, I love the boss themes, by the way, so, yeah. Yeah. I think that's pretty much all my praise. Like, the secrets, I love the location of the worlds, and finding secrets, and also, like, doing the Star World and the Special Zone, you can get some, you know, harder levels at that point, so, yeah. Alright, I've talked a lot about Super Mario World and the final boss. As you can tell, Super Mario World is no doubt my favorite 2D Mario game of all time, and it still remains that, honestly. While I can totally understand why some people say Mario Wonder is the best one, I just think Mario World is just a bit more special to me. So, yeah, but Wonder is still a second place, so yeah, I just wanted to mention that because we're getting the Switch. Well, maybe Mario Wonder could be better considering we have Rosalina in Mario Wonder now. So, who knows, honestly, but I think no matter what, Super Mario World will always be a charming game for me. One of my top favorite games of all time. Probably one of the best, and easily one of the best SNES games ever made, in my opinion. So, yeah, I praised a lot with this game, but let's talk about the other versions. So this game got re-released several times. There is a Mario All-Stars version of this game. Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. Basically, there's not much changes to this. It's the same game, except Luigi. By the way, I didn't even mention Luigi in this game. In Super Mario World on the SNES, Luigi basically looks like a green Mario. This was the era of Luigi debuting in the game. Most of the time, he was basically green Mario. Like, you know, Mario just with green. But it didn't take till, like, you know, later games where he became his own character, got his own mansion, basically. But, yeah. And Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World Edition, this is what Luigi looks like. And fun fact, I swear I see this Luigi a lot in fan animations or, like, parodies and stuff, and I thought this was always just some fan-made thing, and then I found out it came from this. So that's my little story there, I guess. So yeah, but it looks cool. It makes Luigi look like a badass, if anything, so I like it. And then, of course, this game got re-released again, at least a different version. It got on the GBA, which was a little later. I personally am not a fan of the colors, in my opinion, and also just the sound effects. I think the SNES version still remains the best version of Super Mario World, but I don't know, it's fine. I guess you can play as Luigi. He feels different enough, but he feels a lot floatier, if anything. So, I don't know, it's fine, I guess. I just don't really think I'm gonna play as much due to the sound effects, which is fitting for a GBA game, just not really my thing, personally. So, but yeah. But hey, it's more Super Mario World, so yeah. Alright, and I think that's it. That's my whole take of Super Mario World. It's seriously one of the best Mario games of all time. It has a huge impact on many people. A lot of people adore this game. There's always a lot of ROM hacks. There's a lot of, like, fan-made, like, there's a randomizer that exists at one point. The impact of this game is so large. There's a reason why this game has a cult following. Cult following is one of the most popular games ever made, so yeah, it's seriously one of the best Mario games of all time, and definitely my favorite 2D Mario game ever made. So yeah. Oh boy, that's a lot of praising from me, but I promise you, Super Mario World is that good, so yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think of Super Mario World? Do you think it's the best 2D Mario game ever made? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.